Hey there, so I'll do a quick video on like what I'm talking about when it comes down to some of the concerns. So this is on a unit that I've taken out of the machine. So basically when these are stacked, so this will be like the one on the bottom with one on the top, we have these bars right here. And what will happen is this unit will be too far forward, and when it flies back like this, it will hit, so the sensor will hit the top of it. So we have this guy right here. This is actually a reproduction I'm working on, but like right here, it'll hit the top, and basically you won't notice it, but it won't focus either. But you can feel the top of the sensor, and the chip will either be visible or very subtle on there. And sometimes you can fix it with like off or any type of coating like that. Sometimes that fixes it. I've seen that in the past where that works, but most of the time the sensor needs to be replaced. And when you're replacing these sensors, there's this little hole down here. You have to remove this plastic piece, and typically that just ruins it. I normally put some like duct tape or some sort of tape or even something to plush it back in there. When you're replacing the sensor on top of that, you need to have like some shrink wrap or electrical tape. Most likely shrink wrap would be the best, or like, you know, the heat shrink, because it'll just be exposed like legs going down this thing. But yeah, you'll just have to solder it to these two wires right here. And then when you're reattaching it, some of the issues that we have is when these are going together, sometimes they're the bending. So this moving around, because when this moves, it's moving with it, and over time the inner of this tubing, like the wire in there, will be like broken. So you won't visually see these be broken, but you can see over time, like maybe if it's in this position it's working, and then in this position it's not working. So those are the types of concerns that you'll have, and you'll have to replace this whole wire going down. Typically it's good from here, but when it gets into this section is where it needs to be replaced. I've seen that happen a couple of times. Other than that, yeah, so those are the two concerns that I would have with it. Other than that, there is this board down here, and on the board itself there is a inductor that sometimes goes bad, but I have not seen that on these Quick and Crash boards specifically. So yeah, so those are things I'd just note. On here, it's just basically you take these two off to get the target sensor off, and then you have a couple of Allen wrenches right there that takes off this guy. And then we can see from here that it's just a quick disconnect to get this guy off, and then you got to pull out the end tube and then replace the inside of it. Yeah, and if there's any questions, let me know. But yeah, make sure that this is not hitting the top of the of this guy when it's going in, because it'll just chip it up immediately. I had that happen when I replaced mine the first time. But yeah, let me know if there's any questions on this.